Some people in this city are too rich for their own good. Lucky they have me to give them a hand.
Thief: The Dark Project is a first-person stealth video game developed by Looking Glass Studios and published by Eidos Interactive. It was released in November in 1998 and this year marks its 20th anniversary. Set in a medieval steampunk metropolis called The City, the player takes the role of Garrett, a master thief trained by a secret society who, whilst carrying out a series of robberies, becomes embroiled in a complex plot that ultimately sees him attempting to prevent a great power from unleashing chaos on the world. Thief was the first PC stealth game to use light and sound as game mechanics and combined a complex artificial intelligence to allow immersive gameplay. The game is noted for its use of the first-person perspective for non-confrontational gameplay, which challenges the first-person shooter market and led to the developers to call it a first-person sneaker, whilst it also has influences in later stealth games such as Splinter Cell and Hitman. The game received critical acclaim and has been placed on numerous Hall of Fame lists, achieving sales of over 500,000 units by the year 2000, and making it Looking Glass Studios' most commercially successful game. Thief was followed by Thief 2: The Metal Age in 2000 and Thief: Deadly Shadows in 2004, and a reboot of the series in 2014 simply titled Thief. Thief takes place from a first-person perspective in a 3D environment, with the game's story taking place over a series of missions, in which Garrett is able to perform various actions such as leaning, crouching, swimming, climbing, running, fighting, amongst other abilities. The levels are largely unscripted and maze-like, which allows for emergent gameplay. The NPCs may either remain stationary or walk around on patrol routes, and players have the freedom to choose how to get around the obstacles in the level's environments in order to complete a specific task, such as getting through a locked door. In each level, the player is given a set of objectives to complete, such as stealing a specific object, which they must complete in order to get to the next level. The player can choose to play on one of 3 different difficulty settings before starting each level, which they can change in between missions, with higher difficulty levels adding additional objectives, such as not killing human NPCs, or stealing a certain amount of loot from the amount available within the level, changing the amount of health the player character has, and changing how sensitive the NPCs are to their environment. In some missions, players may find objectives being changed or new ones being added due to certain circumstances they encounter, whilst failing a key objective or dying will fail a level, forcing the player to either replay it or load up a previous save. As the game's emphasis is on stealth, players are encouraged to focus on concealment, invasion, distraction, misdirection, and subtle takedowns, rather than all-out confrontation. The player can engage in sword-based combat when the need arises, and can perform 3 attacks as well as a parry, but has limited proficiency and damage resistance in such circumstances. Players must remain aware of their surroundings to assist them in remaining hidden. A special meter on the HUD in the form of a gem helps the players indicate their visibility to NPCs. The brighter the gem is, the more easier it is they can be visually detected. Thus, sticking to shady dark spots where the gem is dim ensures the player remains hidden, although NPCs can still find them if they get too close in front of them. To remain quiet, players must be careful of how much noise they produce, as well as what surfaces they are moving on. Walking over soft surfaces like carpet or grass is preferable as footsteps remain quiet, compared to walking over metal floors and ceramic tiles that produce a lot of noise. NPCs also produce noise, either from whistling or walking, which can help players determine how far away they are from their own position. Noise can also be used by the player to mislead/misdirect NPCs, such as throwing objects to lure them elsewhere. The game's NPCs feature an AI system that detects unscripted visual and oral cues. If an NPC sees or hears something out of place, it will react to this, depending on the level of its suspicion. If it's for a brief second, they will simply ignore it, but if it's for long enough, they will become alert to their surroundings and begin searching the area. NPCs will react to things such as clashing of swords or the reactions of other NPCs' voices, as well as to visual changes to their environment, such as bloodstains, open doors, or fallen bodies. Players can avoid leaving visual cues by cleaning up, such as hiding bodies. NPCs are divided into 3 categories: guard, servant and non-human, whose reactions all vary. Guards will call out an alert if they spot the player and attack them. Servants will run for help if they spot the player or a body. Non-human NPCs will merely pursue and attack the player. To assist them on each level, the player character carries with them a few pieces of equipment: a blackjack that can incapacitate human NPCs, a sword which can kill NPCs, and a bow which can be used for ranged combat as well as a tool. The player can use a variety of arrows with their bow, each varying in properties. For example, water arrows can be used to douse torches and any other sources of fire, as well as clean up bloodstains. Rope arrows can attach a climbable rope to wooden surfaces. Moss arrows can cover an area with moss and muffle footsteps, and fire arrows that can relight torches and do considerable damage to NPCs.
Who said that?
Other tools that are also available include a lockpick, flash bombs and potions. The player can cycle through the inventory of weapons/arrows and tools through their HUD. In addition, the player can purchase additional arrows and tools in between levels with the loot they have acquired, and find additional items during a level. The player can also find books and scrolls that contain information about the in-game lore and find useful clues about how to get around obstacles within levels. They may also find food that can be eaten and keys that can unlock doors, chests and crates.
I wonder if he reads them or if it's just for show.
Thief began development in April of 1996 for the game's original designer and writer Ken Levine, credited as a key figure in the creation of Thief. Inspiration came from 2 of his favourite games, Castle Wolfenstein and Diablo. The initial concept was to make an action role-playing game, and Levine was given the job of designing the game's world and story. Levine said that the initial ideas and projects that later morphed into Dark Camelot before eventually evolving into the Dark Project included School of Wizards, Dark Elves Must Die, and Better Red Than Undead, the latter of which was a campy story about communist zombies. The game was supposed to be a first-person sword-fighting simulator, but the marketing department killed the idea to Levine's disappointment. According to programmer Marc LeBlanc, the first proposal was Better Red Than Undead, a 50s Cold War game where the Soviet Union was overrun with zombies and you had to hack them to pieces as a loner from the CIA because bullets don't work on the undead. Doug Church said that the game's design was built out of the idea of having factions who you could either ally with or oppose or do things for or not. The next concept, Dark Camelot, still focused on sword combat. Its plot, an inversion of the Arthurian legend, featured Mordred as a misunderstood hero, King Arthur as a tyrannical villain, and Merlin as a psychopath. According to Church, the game featured Morgan Le Fay as Mordred's sort of good advisor and Guinevere as a lesbian who would betray Lancelot and help Mordred to break into Camelot to steal the Holy Grail. The game's design combined first-person perspectives with action, roleplay and adventure elements. Warren Spector, who had recently left Origin Systems to found Looking Glass Studios Austin, became Dark Camelot's producer. Artist Dan Thorne said, "For a good long time we had no idea what the game was about until somebody stumbled upon the whole Thief gameplay, where you're not just running around trying to chop people up." Church recalled that the basic stealth model was just having the guards look the other way whilst you were going past pretty quickly. Paul Narath had been pushing for a while that the Thief side of it was the really interesting part, and why not just do a Thief game? A previously unreleased trailer for Dark Camelot was uploaded to YouTube in 2013. The game's prologue sees Garrett, the protagonist, describing his youth as a homeless orphan on the city streets. He is caught while attempting to pickpocket a suspicious man who reveals himself to be a keeper. Impressed by Garrett's ability to see him, he offers him the chance to join his order. Garrett accepts, but later leaves in order to pursue a life of thievery. Years later, Garrett is working as a thief and is under pressure to join a crime ring. As punishment for his failure to pay a protection fee, he is targeted for assassination by the crime lord Ramirez. Garrett evades the assassination and robs Ramirez's mansion in retaliation. Following this, he is approached by a woman named Victoria, the representative of an anonymous client who is impressed by Garrett's theft from Ramirez. He is contracted to steal a sword from Constantine, an eccentric nobleman who has recently arrived in the city. After Garrett completes the mission, Victoria takes him to Constantine, who explains that he hired Garrett to steal his own sword as a test. Constantine offers him a fortune to steal the Eye, a gem kept within a sealed and deserted Hammerite cathedral. Thief takes place in a metropolis called the City, which has been noted to contain elements of Middle Age like dark fantasy and the Industrial Revolution. The project director said in an early preview, in essence it's this undefined medieval age, a sort of medieval Europe meets Brazil meets the City of Lost Children. There's some electricity, there's some magic, and there's some 19th century machinery kind of stuff. The setting has been described as steampunk, a fantastical setting where steam engine technology is predominantly used. During levels, the player must learn about the settings by finding notes and overhearing conversations. The city contains 3 factions, the Keepers and 2 opposing religious orders, known as the Pagans and the Order of the Hammer, or Hammerites. The latter 2 have been the city's representations of chaos and order. Respectively, the neutral, secretive Keepers strive to maintain a balance within the city. The Hammerites worship a deity called the Builder and believe in progress, craftsmanship and righteousness, and the Pagans have been described as primitive, almost animalistic, and worship the dangerous trickster god and value the natural world.
That way.
Not me, neither.
In early 1997, Dark Camelot's name was tentatively changed to the Dark Project, and its design altered to focus on thievery and stealth. Nevertheless, some of the levels originally designed for Dark Camelot ended up in the final project. Jeff Yarris said, "The goal is for everything to behave as it should. For example, things that will burn, and then it's up to the player to decide to burn things, whether we've anticipated it or not."
I don't know what that was.
The first draft of the stealth design was presented by Levine, and Levine said that inspiration for the idea of being powerful when undetected and very vulnerable when exposed came from the concept of submarine warfare, in particular from the 1985 simulation video game Silent Service. Multiplayer support was planned, including Thief Match, a pun on Death Match, where small teams of thieves competed under time pressure to steal the greatest value of swag from a territory of wealthy NPCs and their guard. Full-scale development on the Dark Project began in May 1997, with frantic work on a demo level and a trailer for E3 of 1997. Originally announced to come out in the summer of 1997, the game was delayed to the winter of 97-98. Thief the Dark Project received critical acclaim from The Washington Post, PC Gamer and Computer Gaming World, who wrote, "If you're tired of Doom clones and hungry for a challenge, give this fresh perspective game a try." We were pleasantly surprised. The game's use of the supernatural and cave exploring elements did receive criticisms, and several reviewers opted that a more realistic mansion robbing missions should have been used instead. Reviewers thought that the game's undead enemies caused the game to degenerate to the standard hack and slash, sub-Conan sort of thing that Heretic and Hexen and millions of other games had given us, and that it amounted to an erosion of storytelling skills that Looking Glass had once had. Thief was the first 3D stealth game for a PC, and its stealth gameplay innovations influenced later games in the genre. The game has been cited as the first to use light and shadow as a stealth mechanic, and the first to use audio cues such as the ability to eavesdrop on conversations and alert guards with loud footsteps. The game's use of sound wave propagation, which allowed sounds to travel around corners and through rooms, became widely considered by game developers. Thief's influence can be recognised in other stealth games such as Assassin's Creed, Hitman, Splinter Cell and Tenchu. Tenchu Stealth Assassins is an action-adventure stealth game developed by Acquire and published by Sony Music Entertainment Japan. Tenchu is known for its stealth gameplay and its eerie settings of feudal Japan.
The boss sent them on a special errand. Some fellow he wants dead. A thief. Name of Garrett.
I've heard of him. Garrett. Known to be trifled with. That's what I heard.
Not anymore if he's had a visit from those two.
Well, Littles and Jelly Spoons, I hope you enjoyed that little look at Thief the Dark Project, and now, as is the norm with this series, I'm going to be playing a little bit of Thief the Dark Project and giving you my experiences and how I feel about the game. And my experiences and how I feel about the game can pretty much be summed up in this first level, Lord Bafford's Manor. Here we are in the briefing screen. The difficulty is normal, however that's a bit of a lie because normal in the Thief universe is actually easy. You've got normal, hard and expert, but at normal what you've got is you've got to sneak into Lord Bafford's manor, case the place. It's saying there that you can get in through the well at the back of the house. It's probably the best bet. You can blackjack or pickpocket the guards if you want, that would be the quietest. You've got to find the prize scepter and do it without too much commotion. Dead easy, dead simple, right? So let's go on to hard. Again, sneak into the manor, find the scepter. In addition, pinch 350, doesn't say 350 gold or dollars or pounds, it just says steal 350 worth of valuables whilst in the manor. Don't kill any servants, just servants, because they're harmless. And once you've achieved your goal, you need to get back out into the street. If we have a look at expert, again, it doesn't really change too much. It just says 700 worth of valuables and don't kill anybody, no servants, no guards, nothing, and then make it out into the street. We're going to go for hard, which is technically normal, and we're going to go continue. Should take us to, yes, the item purchasing place. Now, healing potions is the first level of the game. I seem to remember it's pretty heavy on healing potions anyway, so we're okay. Or healing items, I should say, because you get a lot of apples and lots of cheese if you go to the right place. Water arrows, we will get more water arrows. In fact, we'll take all 4 of those. Broadhead arrows, we definitely don't need any more of them. I don't see us using any more than about 2 or 3. The swords obviously in the blackjack, so there we are. Play the mission. Here we go. We're in. Woohoo! Lord Bafford's manor, there it is, right in front of us. Press M to hit the old M, to find the map, I should say. Do not try frontal assault, obviously. That's not what this game is about. And yeah, so 1 guard, well, basement entrance, Bafford's manor, first floor. Phew. Oh yes, there is an arrow cache over there, so let's go and get that. If we go this way, we should trigger a conversation with the guards.
Hey, I'm going to the bear pits tomorrow. You want to come with?
No.
Couldn't pay me enough.
No, I'm with you, mate. That goes on for quite a while about like the bear fights. I seem to remember it being quite funny, but that's not what we're here to. You know, this video isn't about the various conversations you can have within the Thief games. There we go. I'll just turn it. Oh, there's a passerby. Evening. Oh, don't say anything to me then, you rude bastard. Let's just put them away for now. Let's walk around here. There's the sewer entrance. I believe you get out through the sewers. You can get in through the sewers, but it's been, I'm not going to lie, it's probably been about 10 years since I last played Thief the Dark Project. If you've watched my video on 5 games I play each year, Thief 2 I play an awful lot of. I love that game. It is genuinely, I mean, you know, it's such a brilliant game.
How's it going?
Okay, very well, my fine friend. I'm just going to go this way and see your drunk friend here. I'm going to run past you, then I'm going to crouch behind you, pickpocket you, use that to open the well, turn around, and lock the door. Lovely. Stand up again, and then jump. Here we go! Splish! Splash! I was taking a Milo out with a shotgun. Call back to an older video there. Look at this very late 90s water. Oh god. Ooh. But yeah, as I was saying, Thief 2, by easily the better game, just because it took out the supernatural element, which I was never a big fan of, because it did just make the game a little bit too hack and slashy, and you know, that's not what this game is about. It's not what it should be about. I will say that I've only ever completed Thief the Dark Project and played the levels of Thief Gold, but I've never actually completed Thief Gold, if that makes sense. So yeah. Now, Bafford, I'm just saying, you've got this massive hole in the side of your mansion. and some quite severe damage there. And this is going to be doing nothing for your house or your mansion value. You know, let's get in.
Inside at last.
Woohoo! Ever since I can remember first playing this mission, I always for some reason do this. Right, okay. Play this stupid little game. Okay. And it's in. That's 1 for 1. For this one. Oh no! Ballsed it up. Ballsed it up. That's 2 for 3. Ah, 3 for 4. Not perfect, you know. It's been a long time since I played this, so you know. Yeah. Let's get in there. Oh.
The sir could really beef up security. What do you mean? What's wrong with us? Well,
See, healing potion.
Well, I've been thinking we should watch the outside.
That's stupid. People don't worry about they're on the inside.
No, then you catch them before they get inside, you taffer.
Oh!
Again, this was one of the things that I really loved about this game. It was about listening for guards. There's no mini-map. There's no sort of... you have to do this the old school way of like listening to guards, listening to what they're saying, listening for their footsteps. It does get very intense at some points, as you'll probably find out later in this particular mission. Oh, come on, I need to get behind you before you get into that room. There we are. No, I don't think anybody finds you if you're there. There's nothing valuable down here, is there? No, no. Anything up here? No. Okay. No, no. Okay. Like I say, it's been a long time since I played this game, I can't remember. And then through here. Open that. 1 flash bomb. Close that, since we don't want to accidentally throw a flash bomb, so because I want that apple just there. Okay, so my experiences with Thief the Dark Project. Well, it will have started back in probably about 1998. Myself and a friend of mine were very avid readers of PC Format magazine, which is sort of like a tech magazine. I don't think it's still around, unfortunately, but they used to... Every month they had like a little demo disc with software and games on it. And we were just going through it as we normally did, just checking all of the games out. And then there was this one, just simply called Thief. And we read the review in the magazine about it and we're like, my god, that sounds fascinating. And we installed it, and I kid you not, we were like, this is fucking brilliant. Like, it was this, the demo was literally the Bafford Manor, but the objectives weren't the same, I don't think. Now one of these has got something good in it. That's that one.
Since I'm in here, I might as well pick up something for myself.
I hate to point this out to you, Garrett, but you have to. It's part of the one of the objectives. You need to pick some stuff up. Oh, well, shut them as well. Make the place look tidy. Don't want anyone to be suspicious. I think we're in the servants' quarters. Yeah, if we go this way, we should find a servant asleep there. This way, there should be some awake servants here. Lovely. Okay. But yeah, so... Ooh, hello.
What was that?
Right, I hit that by mistake. Fucking pillock. We're just gonna put you out here, mate. Don't you worry. I'm gonna take you back to your bed. Come on now, come on. That's it. Put you in here. Put you in here. Shh, shh. Don't want to wake up your neighbour. I'm waking you up. You can wake them up, and the animation for them waking up is hilarious because they literally just go from being flat like that to being upright like that. Yeah, good old 1990s technology. Okay, go through here. Let's take that. See, I knew that was valuable. Okay, bits of food, excellent. A bit of cheese, carrot, bit of bread. Oh, is that a? Oh no. Bit of ham, lamb. Okay, there'll be a note on here. Cedric, please speak to the cook about last night's dinner. Well, technically, the menu conformed to my instructions. I suspect that the lamb was somewhat older than this spring, and I'm in no way fooled by his practices of warming the salad to disguise wilting. If the cook is incapable of finding adequate ingredients, he can be replaced. And if he offers the same excuse about the stone market shortage, please remind him that the grocery budget is a good 50% above last year's figures, and even he should be able to procure adequate victuals at those prices. Love and kisses, Lord Bafford. But yeah, again, that's another thing that I absolutely adored about this game. It's stuff like that. It's, you know, you had to read those things to find out where stuff was. Yes, it could get a little bit irritating at times. Am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? Right, okay, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit lost. But I think it's this way. Yes. Ah, yes. Okay. 4. Let's take out that. Let's take out that. Alright, we're definitely in the castle now. If you see the me spazzing out controls wise, oh, there's a guard. That is because the standard controls are The standard controls are not WASD. They are S. They are S, Z, X, and C, and W is the run button. Yeah, it's now he turns round. I think. Doesn't he? Gets to yeah. There he goes. These guys. Oh yeah, there's another drunk guard in here. So don't want to give the game away that I'm in here. Yeah, there he is, drunk guard.
Who's there?
No one.
Is
Sorry.
someone there?
No.
Been imagining things.
You were. Don't worry about it. I mean, I imagine things all the time. Thunk. As you can see there, hit detection boxes. Not top of... Oh God, thought I saw somebody. just get you out. That's fine. And then, is it this way? Now, if I remember rightly, there is a guy that comes through here. Also, I do apologise if the game seems a little bit dark. It is kind of awkward to show off a game that the idea about it is that you stay in the darkness. Ooh. Yes. No. Yes. I'm trying to keep an eye on both. But again, you know, this back in 1998, although this kind of feels a little bit like maybe a slower version of Splinter Cell or Metal Gear Solid. This genuinely was just like, oh god, this is the game that I've been wanting for years. I'll just stick you, close you there, put you there. Yeah, this was the game that I wanted. Like, it wasn't just going in gung ho and just killing things. This was, you know, this was kind of like, I always think that this game was the one that sort of started the whole stealth done properly in a game. Right, I need to remember which way I'm going. Going this way? No, I'm not. I've gone the wrong way. I noticed there was a guard back there. I'm hoping he doesn't see me.
I wonder if he reads them or if it's just for show.
I like to think that he reads them all. Okay, that one's not worth anything. It's the gold ones. Papyrus, again, you had to read these things to, you know, make sure they were of any use. Does the Papyrus one actually say anything? Milordy Bafford, speaks he to Ginny, did you bid? Deckbow the Hammerheart hath been afoot, a sulk, a ferreting about, gabbing many a one to vanish in the coldstone down below their forgy chained cells. Tooks they your dealer Tarquis in their clutches night past, and two patrons as well, name of Leslie and Rian. I think it's meant to be Ryan. Scuppered, as they left, and those not the first, cries Ginny. Little wonder then if Deckbow grows, sparse come these days, of course, alack o ye blame, to one hand, but then I gave Ginny a firm understanding ye, blood and doom of the whole book, and so he'll be learning him. Hang on, Ginny's a him. Okay, thought it was Ginny Weasley. Anybody? No? Yeah? Okay, apparently the Weasleys didn't know what were going on. No, hang on. Was this written about the same time as Harry Potter? Can't remember. I've lost me character now. So he'll be learning him all he cans about how to turn the hammers off him. Never you fear. About your Victoria, nothing yet. Walk she an inch above the ground, for all the dirt of her footprints I have found. That's obviously foreshadowing for later on, because obviously it's all about the last Victoria. Right, I need to be. Oh, no, compass. Oh, be able to see just out there, but you can't turn the lights off. Now these guys, these badass mamba jambas, this is why I've switched to broad-headed arrows, they are the elite guard, so you know you're getting close to something important. They will hear me. If I am not careful. And ideally what you want to do is you want to take them out. There's another one coming.
What I see there.
No, no, you don't. You definitely don't.
Thought I heard something.
No, you definitely
Just
didn't.
the wind, I guess.
Okay, like I say, I've not played this game for some time. I'll let you decide what the P stands for. Whew. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I need to pull it about now. And straight into his face. Oh, what? It didn't kill him? Four. Okay. Let's just wash away the blood. Hang on. I need to pick you up. Get in that corner. Jesus Christ on a crutch. Right. Whew. Okay, so that was my bit of murder. I said I'd use about 3 arrows. I'm not going to take this guy out because, you know, if we don't need to kill, we shouldn't. The only reason I kill that guy is because they've got hearing like something that's got phenomenally good hearing. So, you know what? Oh, shit.
I know you're around here somewhere.
No. Other way. Yeah.
Just the wind, I guess.
It was indeed just the wind. I had a rushed lunch. I'm very windy. Right, he's going to go that way. Oops. Right. Come on, open. In there. Excellent. I've got enough gold or whatever. Yeah. I should have nabbed his key, because if oh, I don't have, I've only got broadhead and water arrows. I don't have any. I don't have any rope arrows, so I can't rope into the ceiling. Right, this guy is also a pain in the ass. You can hit the gongs that I'm looking straight at the minute, but they will also call the guy in the corridor. So, yeah, you are a bit... but again, this guy has got super fucking hearing. Turn around. Turn the fuck around, mate. Go on, turn around. You know you want to. Go on, look behind you. Almost. Almost. Just another 90 degrees and we'll be there. Jesus. Just gonna see if I can... Ah. There we are. Complete blackness. And I am on the precipice. Oh yeah, this is one of those games where you can't see your feet. I am on... Right. He needs to turn around and I need to go.
What's there?
Nope, nothing, nothing's there. Nothing's there.
Seems quiet enough now.
Yep.
Oh well.
Shit! You don't need to get...
Where are... Hello? Anyone there?
No.
Guess not.
Okay, we're just gonna move like this till I'm absolutely convinced that I am on. There we go. On the rug. Come on, you motherfucker. Turn around. Turn around, you... Ah.
Who's the... Hey, stop! Don't move!
I like the fact that basically he's gone in, he's done that, he's like, well, I don't know where this guy is now. He's like, I'm in a completely dark room and I ain't got a clue. I should have nabbed his key. Should have nabbed his key. He's off out. Right, okay.
It's a throne room. How pretentious can you get?
Quite pretentious, apparently. But yeah, I've got the scepter. I just need to get back outside now. Can't remember how the quickest way to do it is. We're going to go back the way we came. This way. And then this way. Oh god. Bloody control scheme. This way. Down here. And back out into the streets. Woohoo!
done!
If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the old like button. If you want to see more of this mush, please be sure to hit the old subscribe button, and apparently now you also have to hit a bell as well so that you can be informed of your subscription. And a new video will go straight into your inbox every Wednesday at 6 PM British Standard Time. Please be sure to check me out on other social medias. I'm trying to do a few bits on IGTV. I'd love to get your feedback on them as well. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video.